Hello! Welcome to this week's video. For this week, I'm going to do my book haul for the month of January. These are a group of books that I not necessarily picked up in January, but that I would like to show off for this month to be able to get through that long or big pile of books there. Because I am trying to do a book buying ban, sort of, kind of, that I've been able to stick to for the most part this month, with the exception of Go Tell the Bees that by Diana Gabaldon. That is like the one book that I still have planned to buy, that I haven't bought it yet because we've been in a frickin' deep freeze, y'all, here in Toronto for the entire month of January. It's been miserable. It's been awful. It's been like minus 30. That's Celsius for y'all in America who do the wrong temperature. I kid. I know you guys do the Fahrenheit and that's fine, but it's wrong and it should be Celsius. So I told myself that I'm not going to be buying any new books for a while until I get that monstrosity of piles down. So far I've been good, but sort of the weather's been helping me because it's been fracking cold, y'all, and ain't nobody want to go buy anything anywhere. And I could Amazon it, but I'm trying not to. Trying not to, y'all. So far so good. So I've got a nice stack of books here to show off to you guys. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a long one like my last one was because I want to try and get that down. So the sooner I can do that, the sooner I can buy more books. So we will start. We'll show off the cover and we'll read the blurb and we'll have a good time. First one is a Harlequin super romance, and it's called Family at Stake by Molly O'Keefe, and it's a single father romance that's sort of in the title. So let's read the back. Since becoming a single father, Mac Edwards has struggled to keep his small family together. But now his custody of his 12-year-old daughter is threatened by the secrets she's keeping. In a bitter twist, their new social worker is the one person he can't trust, Rachel Fillmore. 13 years ago, she was his world until she deserted him. How can he trust her now to not destroy his family? And how can he trust himself to leave the past where it belongs? He's a man on his own trying to raise his children. Sometimes he gets things right. Sometimes he needs a little help. I know there are people who don't like romances with kids in them. I love them. I think they're great. Yeah, so looking forward to that one. Let's go over there. Next one is a Harlequin Presents Knights of Passion line. Purchased for his pleasure by Nicola Marsh, excuse me. And here's your cover. The purchase might be just the result of a winning bid at a charity auction, but the thought of sharing a confined space with her old flame is making Kate Hayden lose her cool. Tyler James is 6 feet 4 inches of well-muscled Navy SEAL. It's his job to stay in control, but something about Kate and the past they share is utterly irresistible. He has 1 week with Kate, and that week will be all about pleasure. Love it. Next, we have the classic Queen of Harlequin Presents, Carol Mortimer. Wife by contract, mistress by demand. That is a steamy cover. A little steamier than I'm used to seeing in Harlequin, but we'll go with it, yay. Gabriella Benito fell for wealthy Rufus Gresham with an E, not an I, the first time she saw him. But Rufus believed Gabriella only wanted a rich husband, just like her mother. Rufus is not a sexy name. I just say it. 5 years later, Rufus and Gabriella. Rufus is what you name a dog. They're puppies, or pit bulls, or like Great Danes, or those like really big, sort of like shaggy dogs. Mastiffs, I think they're called. I think. I don't know dogs like I don't know cars, but Rufus is a dog's name. 5 years later, Rufus and Gabriella must marry to obtain their inheritances. Of course they must. On their wedding day, Gabriella is shocked when Rufus kisses her passionately. Will Rufus use their marriage as an excuse to have her in his bed whenever he wants? My guess is yes. Next we have Margaret Mayo's At the Spaniard's Convenience. Another Harlequin present. When Lucio Masterton discovers that he has a daughter, the Spaniard takes immediate action. He confronts Kirsty Rivers, the girl's mother, who he is sure has deceived him. When Kirsty believes that Lucio only loves only money, she's been hurt badly. My words! But Kirsty believes that Lucio loves only money. She's been hurt badly by the billionaire and is determined that her daughter won't suffer the same fate. However, under the Spanish sun, Kirsty finds she is being ruthlessly pursued by Lucio, who will stop at nothing to take what he feels is his. Oh, the happy inappropriateness of it all. Next we have Jenny Lucas's Caretti's Forced Bride. This sounds familiar. Do I have this one already? I think I must check the my to be read pile is there, and if I do end up having it, I might give this one away. Dark, devilish Paolo Caretti can buy anything he wants. He isn't ashamed of where he comes from, but Isabel's family wanted breeding, not billions. Rejected, he now wants vengeance. Princess Isabel loved Paolo, and it broke her heart to let him go. Now she needs his help. It will come at a price, but she has no choice. I'm pretty sure I have this one already. I do. I'm like 90% sure. Do I go up and check? I'm gonna go up and check. Yep. And it was in my last book haul, y'all. I have two. So, how about a giveaway? If you want a copy of, if you want my extra copy of this book, just leave a comment. Leave a comment on this video, and I'll do a draw if like there's a lot of people who want it. Yeah, so there goes that. Next one is Michelle Reed's The Marcono's Bride. Marcono's Bride. The island of Aristos holds bittersweet memories for Louisa. Here she met and married gorgeous Greek playboy Andreas Marconos and bore him a precious son. But when tragedy struck, Louisa fled. Now years later, Andreas can't believe that his runaway wife has dared set foot on Aristos again, and that he still desires her. Andreas will reclaim his wife with the one thing they still have in common: intense physical passion. So there's that one. Tamed by Her Husband by Elizabeth Power. Another Harlequin Presents, and what a pretty cover. It's like there's a heart necklace and they're inside the heart. How pretty. Kane Falconer sees beyond poor little rich girl Shannon's wild child image. She's not the scandalous flirt that the rest of the world believes her to be. But Shannon does not need taming, and millionaire Kane knows how. Oh my goodness gracious. But Shannon does need taming, and millionaire Kane knows how. He's not bewitched by her beauty or her seductiveness, but he wants her and he'll have her by offering her marriage and making her his perfect wife. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think she can be tamed. This one is a shocking one to me. I did not know that he wrote more books. Lorenzo Carcaterra's The Wolf. Now I have, he is the author of Sleepers, which is still my favorite. Also love the movie. Oh my god, if you haven't seen it, watch it. The movie with Brad Pitt, Jason Patrick, Ron Eldard, Billy Crudup, and the young counterparts that play them are Brad Renfro, may he rest in peace, Joe Perino, Jeffrey Wigner, and Jonathan Tucker. Amazing movie, amazing book. Not going to go into what it's about, because I think you should check it out and see for yourself if it's something that you want to watch and or read. But yeah, and I have, I think, Paradise City by him, and I think I have The Gangster also by him there. So he's written a few, but I didn't know that there were others of his that I still hadn't read yet. I need to check out his backlist and see what other ones do I not know about. Okay, so my name is Vincent Morelli, though most people call me the Wolf. You've never met me, and if you're lucky, you never will. I run the biggest criminal operation in the world. Love me a mafia story, y'all. So Lorenzo Carcaterra has written him a few mafia books in his day, and I enjoy them, so I think I'm going to enjoy this one too. We're invisible, but we're everywhere. Wherever you go, whatever you do, however you spend your money, a piece of it lands in our pockets. You would think that with that kind of power, I would be invincible. But because I let my guard down, my wife and daughter were murdered by terrorists. That was my mistake, but it was also theirs. I wasn't looking for a war, but they've left me with nothing but a desire for revenge. So a war is what they'll get. International organized crime against every known terrorist group. We won't get them all, but I will get vengeance, or I will die trying. They will know my name. They will feel my wrath. They will fear the wolf. Oh, Lord, I'm so looking forward to this, y'all. And I look forward to seeing what else he has written. The next one is Scarlet, the sequel to Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind by Alexandra Ripley. Now, I watched the miniseries Scarlet, and of course loved Gone with the Wind. I haven't read the book Gone with the Wind, but I've seen the movie. Vivian Leigh, Clark Gable. I almost called him Rhett Butler. Rhett Butler is the character. Clark Gable, I believe, played Rhett Butler. Loved the movie. And I saw the miniseries that I think was during the 90s, which was okay, but Gone with the Wind was better. But I'm looking forward to the book. So, come back to Tara, to Scarlet and Rhett, and to the greatest love story in fiction, in all fiction. Well, I don't know if I'd call it the greatest love story, but it's good. This is the book whose initial publication was an instant sensation, selling out immediately, setting new records, and enthralling readers all over the world. This is the book everyone wants to read, savor, and enjoy. But what's it about? I mean, you told me who's in it. I remember one thing I remember in Scarlet was that there was a courtroom scene, and I don't remember if it was like I don't know if it was like a custody battle or a murder. I remember there was a court scene. That's what I remember about the miniseries. And Rhett Butler was either there to help Scarlet, or he was against her in the courtroom. He was either like the plaintiff or something. I don't remember. I remember there was a courtroom. So there's that. Yeah. So looking forward to that one. The next one is another Harlequin Presents, and it's Sarah Craven's The Virgin's Wedding Night, which of course is going to be wonderful and passionate and full of orgasms and no pain because Harlequin. Harriet Flint must marry before she's 25 if she's to claim her inheritance. Of course. She turns to sexy Rowan Zandros, who agrees to a marriage in name only. He does? That's a twist. Usually it's the other way around, and he's like, I need to put my penis in you. I need to put my penis in you now. Their marriage vows exchanged. Rowan reveals he is a billionaire whose every demand is granted. So that's Sarah Craven. And looking forward to that. The next one is Carol Marinelli's Billionaire Without a Past. Is it an amnesia story? Nikolai Aristov lives by one rule: never look back. The inscrutable tycoon has buried his past so deep that to the outside world the only thing driving him is his personal chauffeur, until Nikolai meets elegant ballet dancer Rachel Carey at a wedding. Behind her practiced smile and innate sensuality, he glimpses a woman running from shadows as dark as his own. One electric night together leads Nikolai to promise Rachel 2 weeks of exquisite pleasure, except for the first time. This indomitable billionaire lied, because 2 weeks isn't nearly enough. Of course it's not. Next we have Isabel Ronan's Spitfire in Love, and it started off as a story on Wattpad, which I am also on. I think under my author name Jamie, on there. I write primarily fanfic on Wattpad. I don't know if this started off as fanfiction, but it's a original novel now. There he was, with his piercing blue eyes and Lucifer black hair. He was leaning against the wall, a lollipop in his mouth, hot as hell and twice as dangerous. Kara Hawthorne never backs down, especially when it comes to protecting her family. She looked so soft, harmless, like a pretty kitten, but she was as safe as a ticking time bomb. My sweet, sweet Spitfire. Cameron St. Laurent isn't intimidated by the feisty woman at his doorstep, and when she asks him for the impossible, Cameron knows just how to sweeten the deal. The two combustible personalities are faced with unavoidable off-the-charts chemistry, but when Cameron's dark past shows up, he'll have to slay his demon and lay himself on the line to win Kara, body, and soul. Over 200 million reads on Wattpad. Oh my. And I believe it's a series, because I think I remember seeing the other In Love books beside it. Or maybe not part of a series? Because the other books are Chasing Red and Always Red. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's part of a series, but this book is Spitfire in Love. So, very interested to see that. Read that. Eloisa James, love her, Duchess in Love. And it's a very sort of homey women chiclet sort of cover, with like you're looking at a balcony, at a porch. Historical romance, but no insert cover. Gina was forced into marriage with the Duke of Girton at an age when she'd have been better off in a schoolroom than a ballroom. Directly after the ceremony, her handsome spouse promptly fled to the continent, leaving the marriage unconsummated, and Gina quite indignant. Now she's one of the most well-known ladies in London, living on the edge of scandal, desired by many men, but resisting. Excuse me. When I talk a lot, I yawn. I don't know if this happens to any of you guys, but it happens to me. desired by many men, but resisting giving herself to any one. Finally, Camden, the Duke of Girton, has returned home to discover that his naive bride has blossomed into the toast of the time, which leaves Cam in the most comfortable position of discovering that he has the bad manners to be falling in love with his own wife. How dare he? So, looking forward to that. The next one is a Sandra Brown Led Astray, previously published under her pseudonyms Erin St. Clair. So this is before her romantic suspense success, which I'm not a fan of her romantic suspense books. I love her earlier straight romance book, but that's because I'm not a big fan of romantic suspense as a genre. Jenny Fletcher had selflessly put her needs and dreams behind those of her fiancé Hal, a man more committed to a cause than to her. On the eve of his departure for Central America, he gave Jenny what she wanted more than anything. One passionate night. It was his final gift. Cage Hendren was the opposite of his brother Hal in every way. The black sheep of the family, he was all rough edges with a soft spot for just one thing, Jenny. But she'd always thought Cage was too wild and reckless, until he showed her a wildness in herself, she hadn't known was there. And now that she'd been led astray, she couldn't possibly turn back. So, looking forward to that. Looks like I think Hal dies, so I think it's okay that Jenny, gets busy with his brother. I'm usually okay with that. I'm not a fan of your sister was my ex-girlfriend kind of thing, and now I'm dating you. I don't know. I think that's just weird and just awkward and just, yeah, I don't like it. The next one is Catherine Anderson's Mulberry Moon. Now, Catherine Anderson does, I believe this one is historical, or maybe not historical, but she writes very sort of emotional romances, very, very much so. After a career on the rodeo circuit, Ben Sterling longs to settle down on his farm and start a family like his brothers have. He's searched all over for the woman of his dreams, yet the only one to spark his interest is the new owner of the local cafe. Getting her attention, however, won't be easy. Sissy Sue Bentley has worked hard to make it on her own, and she doesn't need another man in her life. From her alcoholic father to the men she's dated, who were only after one thing, they are nothing but trouble, except Ben keeps showing up whenever she really needs help. Sissy struggles to deny her growing feelings for him, but soon Ben's tender concern has her hoping for a happier future. Then her past comes barreling back into her life, and it will take more than the love in Ben's heart to hold them together. I love Catherine Anderson. She, again, like I said, does wonderfully emotional romances. I definitely recommend you check her out if you love those sort of heartwarming, heartwarming romances, but at the same time keep some tissues handy type of romances. So that is the end of this week's book haul. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I have two. So if you would like to win a copy, just leave me a comment below. A copy of Jenny Lucas's Coretti's Forced Bride, a Harlequin Presents. Leave me a copy, or leave me a comment, and if more than one person comments, I will pick a winner. Let's say by we'll see how many comments it gets, but at the latest we'll do it I'll pick a winner in my next book haul for February. So leave me a comment if you would like to win a free copy, like just free, like I'll pay shipping, don't worry. Yeah, outside of the US and Canada, I've learned sometimes that you might have to pay customs fees. That has happened once in my freebie giveaways, that it was outside of the US and Canada, and the person had to pay custom fees, and I can't control that. That has nothing to do with me. Yeah, so more than likely than not, you will not have to, but just be ye warned, if you are outside of Canada or the US, that might be a possibility. Otherwise, I'll pay shipping, don't worry. And yeah, just comment if you would like to be entered to win the book. So that's going to be it for this week's video. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorejamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/authorejamie. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!